Race 3 of the semifinals between Dave Perry in yellow, Stephanie Roble in blue. That's boat 3 entering from the pin and tacking into what could have been a dial-up, but Perry instead ducks below and tacks below Roble as they're both on port. Now headed back to the line, it's Perry leading and Roble pushing. Still lots of time left until the start. Counting down the final seconds now, Perry in control, leading back to the line and just smothering Roble as they tack. Roble still tacking to get out from under Perry's cover. That was the start, and neither boat has crossed the line, so Perry wiggling into position there just before the start and dominating Roble. At the top mark, Perry a sizable lead. Great spinnaker set there. Downwind, Roble closes the gap a little, but Perry still has a pretty significant lead as they go for their second upwind leg. Roble entering at the boat in boat 3, Perry at the pin in boat 6. And with this wind shift, Perry's going to have an easy time making a low escape, it looks like. Roble leads the series 2-1. One more win and she's headed to the finals. Just as in race 3, Perry leading back to the line, Roble pushing. This time Roble pushing a little harder and a little bit earlier in the sequence. Both boats are going to be early here. Perry's going to have to do something. Now Roble in control. Well, somehow Perry manages to hold on, stay below the line and keep Roble from pushing him over. Now Perry's up and over the line. Roble peels away. And a beautiful start for Stephanie Roble and her team. Just on the line at go, Perry over and finally clears himself. 15 seconds ahead of Perry. Second time around, chute goes up clean and Roble is on the runway to the finish line now and on into the finals. Well, Roble let Perry go to the left side of the downwind leg where he found quite a bit of breeze. Finally, she goes back to cover. But look at what he's done to that lead, closing the gap. The wing boat right here to call the overlap. I haven't seen it yet, but it's awfully close. Just inches now separating these two. Roble looked to have it locked up, but Perry just would not quit. And now he looks to be overlapped to leeward. Canfield, the tactician aboard Roble's boat, immediately throwing the Y flag, saying that Perry's coming from behind and not sailing proper course, but the umpires disagree, and they continue on. So Roble still in the lead here, and looks to be on course to cross the line. Once again calling for an umpire decision, and it's green. But Perry certainly making those crew members nervous as he inches forward. So what's going on here? You've got the tactician for Roble just throwing the Y flag about every 6 or 7 seconds, hoping that maybe Perry will sail beyond his proper course. Perry smartly jibes a bit early and goes over the top. So can Perry roll Roble at the last several hundred feet here? It's going to be a close one. Roble's still further downwind, but Perry in better breeze. Roble's chute collapses. Now she's going for the luff. Roble puts it up. Perry slides over the top and breaks the overlap. Perry now turning down to the finish line. Who's going to catch the next wave? Perry, a come from behind win and forces race number 5 in the most dramatic comeback of the U.S. Match Racing Championship so far. We're not done with the semifinals yet. Roble can't believe what just happened. Race number 5. Stephanie Roble from the pin, Dave Perry from the boat. Roble making a quick escape up and over the signal boat. Perry taking up a position astern. The crew work, such an integral part of match racing, and especially in these pre-start maneuvers. Dave Perry on board with his veteran crew of Mike Ray and Chris Musler up on the bow. They've been doing the U.S. Match Race Championship for several years now together. Stephanie Roble putting together an all-star crew. We heard from her yesterday. She's got her boyfriend, the #1 ISAF match racer in the world, Taylor Canfield, calling tactics and trimming the main. Canfield's teammate, Brian Janney, and Roble's longtime friend and U.S. sailing team member, Annie Hager, up on the bow. Perry calling for the Yankee, and it's going to be penalty blue, penalty on Roble. Perry says that she's not keeping clear as a windward boat. The umpires agree, and Roble picks up a pre-start penalty. That's going to be tough. Roble protecting that spot at the boat. As they count down the final seconds, she's going to be starting ahead. Now we see Roble tacking, and she's going to be just about on ley line. It looked like they were going to go past. Roble benefiting from the rollers coming through here, surfing these waves into the windward march. She's actually put in more separation. Roble trying to break away and put some separation in here. Well, Roble has certainly had a successful downwind leg, adding a boat length or 2 to her gap. About a 10-second lead there. Roble goes all the way to the ley line and tacks. So it looks like she's trying to extend before she thinks about clearing her penalty. Roble around and set, Perry around and set. It's just a broad reach. Perry continues to close that gap, now down to about 2 boat lengths, and I don't think there's any way that Roble would be able to tack around without Perry passing her. Both boats now jibing to port. Perry sailing a lower course, does not want to get hooked at the finish line here. He knows what Roble's thinking. They're just continuous jibes. Perry has no interest in passing Roble right now. He wants to stay clean behind and let her force the issue. If Roble can get the spinnaker down now, she might be able to hook Perry. No, Perry goes over the top, makes the pass, and Roble still has a penalty to kill. It looks like Perry is going to be free and clear. Roble looked good, but just didn't have the distance. Didn't have enough time here at the finish to make it happen, and Perry's going to take the win and head on to the finals